What is up, coordinators and naturals? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are concluding our run of Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Astray R. I am skipping the extra stories from the photo novel and going straight to the end. We will return to those in another compilation video. In this episode, the red frame gets an upgrade that allows it to hold the 150mm Gerbera Straight, and Lowe goes up against the Regenerate Gundam. So let's get into this. Lowe is in the power loader, wielding the 150 Gerbera Straight. He slices the entire asteroid in half to test the sword. Jean Carrey is with them, helping out. They have been tasked with bringing Jean directly to the Junk Guild headquarters. Suddenly, the Rehome runs into an Alliance ship. Major Cornell of the Alliance has been searching for Jean, and they demand that he surrender. Jean goes on a long-winded speech about not making his problems their problems. But as he says this, Liam says, "Yeah, Lowe already launched." Lowe tells Jean that he came to the Junk Guild to start a new life, so he's going to ensure that this happens. We get a flashback of Jean's past. He was once an Alliance soldier. The EA captured a Jin and painted it white. This became Jean's mobile suit, but the color is also sort of a branding for Jean. He is a first-generation Earth-born coordinator. After his parents died of a future natural COVID that coordinators were immune to, he moved back to the plants, but then went back to Earth when war broke out. He joined the Alliance and piloted the Jin, but never killed. He only took out mobile suits as non-violent as possible. I mean, he had to accidentally kill one person though, right? He is eventually assigned to Cornell, where he is forced to kill. He says that coordinators should leave Earth. Eventually, the Earth-based coordinators did just that, once the EA created natural-based operating systems for mobile suits. The professor tells Lowe to deal with these guys. Lowe, he makes this face. That's a choice. The professor launches the power loader, Part B. He launched with Part A. He wields the Gerbera Straight. Lowe says F this, and he just throws the Gerbera Straight 150 directly at Cornell's Drake-class ship. He hits it directly down the center of the ship. Lowe strikes a JoJo pose and says, "Your ass just got skewered." Literally. At least that is how Logan the translator translated it, and I love it. The Junk Guild tells Jean that there is a ship that is full of coordinators that isn't a part of ZAFT or the Alliance. You would think that he would eventually join the Eternal crew, but he actually becomes a part of the Kusanagi Corps of the Three Ships Alliance. Jean thanks Lowe and the gang for everything they have done for him. He says to repay Lowe, he has been working on researching a power cylinder that may allow the red frame to lift the 150 Gerbera Straight without the need of the power loader. He will give him this new tool once it is production ready. Jean Carrey went on to join the Battle of Yakin Dway in a White and One Astray. He finally found a fight worthy of fighting for. Rondo is testing out the gold frame, Ryamatu. As they are testing, out of nowhere they are suddenly attacked. One thing to note is that, like Mattias and Matisse, Gina is a boy, but dresses like her twin sister and has feminine features. His underling even refers to him as Lady Rondo. At least it seems like it's his choice, unlike Mattias, who was forced to act like a lady. The future COVID mentioned earlier is actually an influenza genetically modified to affect naturals. Yay, biological warfare. Lowe and the Junk Guild are on their way to a colony that was almost completely wiped out by the virus. They could take the typical route that will take 3 days, or go this route that takes 1 day but causes a lot of damage. Out comes Speedy Joe and Honest Sakata. They were sent by the Junk Guild to help out. They are going to race to see who could save the people first. Kisato comes to talk to Lowe. She is concerned that this mission is too dangerous. She doesn't want him to put himself in danger, but he just walks away saying that he has the best luck in the cosmos. He didn't realize that Kisato was trying to make a move on him. At the ZAFT base, called Urdu, Kenneth Lucchini is meeting with ZAFT Commander Cusco. Kenneth is whispering in his ear, literally, to attack the Junk Guild. The three ships head out. Speedy Joe uses the max speed cruiser called the Giga. As they head out, they are attacked by the ZAFT base. Lowe heads out in the red frame with the power loader. He takes off the Rehome shield and uses it as a shield for the power loader. Speedy Joe is hit. Some mobile shoots approach their location and shoot a steel net towards the Rehome. Lowe is able to slice it with the giant Gerbera Straight. Speedy Joe tries to be a hero, but Lowe saves him. The art direction is a little chaotic, but I believe Lowe slices the cockpit or the pod and saves Speedy Joe before the cruiser explodes. While that is happening, out of nowhere comes the Regenerate Gundam. The ZG-MF X11A Regenerate Gundam evolved from the Aegis Gundam, and its specialty is transforming between the mobile suit and the mobile armor mode. This thing is a beast at 35.6 meters. Compare that to Freedom, that is 18 meters. It is the biggest mobile suit until the Destroy Gundam comes on the scene. This unit has phase shift armor, an N-jammer canceller, and is nuclear powered. Its propulsion system utilizes Genesis Alpha and also uses gamma rays to gain high speeds. We will see Lowe use this technique on the rehome in the future when he heads to Mars. This unit has a beam sword that is the same used on the Meteor system. It also has a long beam rifle, 76mm CIWSs, and a beam gun. And of course, it has Mirage Colloid tech for stealth. Just when you think the Cosmic Era can't get any more ridiculous, it finds a way to step up its game. And you know this exists just so Lowe has something to fight with his power loader. Big thing fight big thing. In mobile armor mode, it comes in and attacks the ZAFT base. Kenneth is watching in shock. He is mainly mad at himself for not knowing that Ash Gray, the pilot of the Regenerate Gundam, would come. According to him, that's bad intel. His arrogance is so grand that he truly believed that he controlled the entire situation. Meanwhile, Speedy Joe, Kisato, and Liam are delivering the vaccines. They all wonder where Lowe is. Ash Gray holds a voodoo doll of Lowe. Not weird at all. Kenneth is going crazy researching when Elisa comes in. He found out that this mobile suit is indeed an enemy, not just to him, but to mankind. Ash gets into contact with the ZAFT officer regarding the position of Lacus Klein. They haven't been able to find her, but they have been tracking the Junk Guild ship that has been seen with the Eternal. Ash tells him to just shoot them down and let the higher-ups sort it out. As the officer complains, Ash says, "Bored, leaving now." On the Eternal, Watfield and DaCosta wonder if it were safe to let the Junk Guild meet with them. Their curiosity is correct, as all hell is breaking loose and the Regenerate Gundam is attacking. The professor notes that nothing like this is in her database. Ash rushes towards Lowe and changes to mobile suit mode. He realizes it can transform. Ash says that anyone who works with Lacus Klein is a traitor. He realizes that he is with ZAFT. Lowe tells Ash that killing Lacus won't change anything, but he says that it is his orders and he also really wants to kill people. Ash doesn't care about the war really. He just uses the war as a platform to sow as much chaos as possible. As Regenerate Gundam comes in, Lowe slices off the Gundam's limbs. But Regenerate Gundam, get this, regenerates. Gasp. The extra parts mean that the mobile suit stores them somewhere. Lowe finds Ash worthless. He says that even the worst people that he has fought against were fighting for something, and he doesn't tolerate Ash's nihilism. Lowe, the golden boy of the Cosmic Era, says that even Ash can't be saved. Ash is able to destroy the Red Frame's power loader. As they are fighting, in comes Jean Carrey, piloting his white M1 Astray. Jean has come to conduct business with Lowe, but if he chooses to attack them, he will also join in this fight. Jean fights with Ash. Everyone notes that his skills improved greatly. I assume this takes place right after the Battle of Yakin Due, which is why his skills are improved, but I am not completely sure. Regenerate is still getting the upper hand, but he gets a message to retreat. Jean came back to fulfill his promise and give Lowe the bracers for his Red Frame. Back at ZAFT, Ash finds out that it wasn't them that gave the retreat. He realizes that Kenneth may be onto him. Back on the rehome, Lowe happens to get a call from Kenneth. Remember, this is actually the first time the two have met. Or Skyped? Lowe doesn't know who he is, even though Kenneth knows way too much about him. He says that he wants to team up with Lowe and help take down Regenerate Gundam. Lowe wonders if he is going to pilot a mobile suit. Kenneth scoffs and says that he is merely an informant, but he did send people to help out. That is when Guy and Serpent Tail comes in. They are happy to have Guy help out. Ash is trying to protect what is at the base. It just so happens to be Genesis Alpha. Back with the Junk Guild, Lowe has equipped the power bracers on the Red Frame to create the Gundam Astray Red Frame, powered red. The MBF P02 Gundam Astray Red Frame, powered red, is designed to wield the 150mm Gerbera Straight. Its back and shoulders are fortified and overpowered. When the mobile suit goes into overdrive while wielding the sword, its shoulders lift to allow the Red Frame to cool better. Its special attack is the Red Flame, which is a powerful punch utilizing its strong arms. In the future, we will see this tech miniaturized, but we won't see it too often. They are ready to take on Ash. The Junk Guild and Serpentil hit the ZAFT base hard. Lowe doesn't want to fight, but he doesn't want to allow Ash to use Genesis Alpha either. Guy is out in the blue frame, 2nd L, looking for Genesis Alpha, while the rest of the team plays defense. Jean notes that Ash is still a skilled pilot regardless of how crazy he is. Guy returns to the rest of the group. The blue frame and red frame team up. Lowe pulls out the 150mm Gerbera Straight. They begin fighting. Ash tells Lowe about using Genesis Alpha as a booster. He keeps this in his back pocket for the future. Regenerate needs more parts, but Loretta has taken control of Genesis Alpha as well as destroyed all of Regenerate Gundam's extra parts. Ash tries to call in for reinforcements, but Kenneth is blocking all of the comms. Regenerate Gundam is surrounded, but it reveals that it is a vampire Gundam and can siphon off the power of other mobile suits. Loretta sets off a bomb on Genesis Alpha, but it is still intact. Ash mentions that both the inside and the outside of the laser is coated in phase shift armor. Ash plans on using the laser on himself to shoot off away from this battle. We will see something similar in our Stargazer coverage. But Lowe says not going to happen, and he comes in and does his red flame punch. He hits the Regenerate in its weak spot, and it jettisons out towards the Earth sphere. Lowe tells Guy, mission complete. Hey, that's usually Guy's line. Guy asks him what he plans on doing next. Lowe looks out to Genesis Alpha. He says he is going to do what the Junk Guild does best, fix things. And that will do it for our coverage of Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Astray R. This has been a really fun ride, and I'm going to miss it. However, I will say that this manga's art direction gives you some whiplash trying to follow any of the action happening. It was quite chaotic. Now that we have completed this coverage, all that is left for us to cover is Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Astray B, and it will conclude everything involving Cosmic Era 71. We will also eventually dive into Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny Astray R versus Astray, and then finally we can conclude the Astrayverse with Princess of the Sky. But for now, we will take a break from the Astrayverse. But that will do it for now, coordinators. If Lowe could teach us one thing, it's that you could always fix up that old thing instead of buying something new. Peace.